I think we should start at 40 though. Still.
Oh yeah, we can start at 40.
Okay, yeah.
You got to still get.
I'll start
this,
backwards.
This. You had a lot of weight in this one, so.
Yeah, I did, and you know, our man still got to agree on it because we doing everything fair, and it's a voting system. You know, we got a tier system. It's a voting system. Number 40, I had Rick Ross, Teflon Don. Again, Rick Ross is one of those guys that he may not necessarily be on this album set tripping, but my man is gonna sell you a brick of cocaine. He gonna sell you a couple bricks of cocaine every song. He go shoot you. He go talk about the big booty bitch at the strip club, the scandalous that's, you know, that love money, and he bought her and her homegirl a bag and had a menage a trois with him. He's gangster.
Well, I'd say too, we had the MC Hammers on that album. BMF is on that album. Tears of Joys, referencing Gucci Time by Schoolie D. There's a lot of gangsterism on the album for sure.
Oh, it is a lot of gangsterism.
Cinematic or sonically, the Justice League and others, the production on there is pretty phenomenal and should be used for like movie scores.
Yeah, it is. Rick Ross, that's what I said. Rick Ross, he creates movies when you listen to him, it's cinematic. And just his whole, he stays in character.
Yeah.
But he does give you a human element every once in a while, and that's what I like about it. He gives you a human element once in a while. And he came out, you know, he was just coming from his whole, like, a little war with 50 Cent, who at the time was ending motherfuckers' careers. And I thought when those pictures came out of Ross, you know, working as a CEO, he stuck with the music. That shit didn't matter because his music was just so much more, I don't like to use the word superior, but he was making some banging ass music. Where all that shit, you know, about the CEO and he worked like this, and then Rick Ross, he summed it up best on one of his songs, but this was on the album before it. This was before the album Teflon Don. He said, I shovel shit, I CEO, so we can bow our head and pray over the meatloaf. That was a cold ass bar right there. Like, I'll do whatever the fuck. He said, for me to feed my kids, I get 2 gigs. I shovel shit, I CEO, so we can bow our head and pray over the meatloaf. That was a hard ass bar. Like, fuck what you talking about. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to feed my family. That don't make me not a real motherfucker.
Right.
And I think that's when it was kind of like the term right there. This dude don't won the battle, kind of. So that's why I picked Rick Ross. 39, Master P, Ghetto D. When you talk about gangster shit to me also means ghetto. Master P is like the logo for ghetto shit. Ghetto ass movies, ghetto ass records, and people fuck with him. When Master P had his movement going, who fucked with him?
Oh, he was number one in the game.
Yeah, he was that dude. So he can't never be marked off as insignificant. You feel what I mean? I didn't like every record he came out with. I didn't like every album, but I respected the shit out that dude. And the hood loved him.
Yeah.
And the hood loved him.
Like Throw 'Em Up, Pass Me Them Things, Let's Get 'Em. Ghetto D, the title track, was basically kind of did the 10 crack commandments type of thing, giving you the recipe on how to make crack, flipping Eric B. and Rakim. I mean, come and get some. He was like, hey, this is where we at. If you want it, come get it. So, and them beats make them say, of course, is the biggest song.
You just gonna give off your whole 10.
No, what we doing, I'm telling the 10, we discussing them, and then after we do the discussion, we talk about what we didn't like, other songs, you know what I mean? We factor in everything else like that. I'm just naming songs right now for us to have a discussion about.
No, I was just figuring you was gonna say yo 40, I say my 40, he say his 40. You run through your whole 10, we gonna be discussing your whole 10 for the next hour.
Well, that's the whole thing about it. We got something to talk about then.
But I'm figuring though, but then how the fuck we gonna be able to say our 10 on his 10?
No, the thing is, you gonna be able to say, after I say my 10, you say yours, then we have a small, discussion about it. We come back to it.
We discussing every song, every record.
I'm just saying my 10.
Well, just run your list.
I'm gonna run my list.
Run your list.
Run
your list.
Okay, West Side Connection, Bow Down, 38. Okay. 37,
These is your bottom from the 50?
Yeah, hold on, bro. We got a whole lot more to go.
Eiht.
Hold
Eight.
on.
All I'm saying is 8.
Hold on.
My top.
I'm just saying.
30,
I'm
my
just
top-
thinking it would be a little higher, man.
No, you gonna see.
got West Side Connection down in the 38.
Man, there's some bad motherfuckers in that top 30, yeah,
8.
40.
8. It's
Some bad motherfuckers.
It's hard, man.
It's some hard people.
Okay, go
Let me
ahead.
rattle my list off.
Go
The
ahead.
Game, the Red Album, Ice-T, Power, Scarface, Deeply Rooted, Ghetto Boys, To Death Do Us Apart, Cypress, Temples of Boom, CMW, Music to Drive By, Vince Staples, Summertime 06. Man, Vince Staples is a bad man, dog.
You got Music to Drive By where?
32.
Under Vince Staples
It's not
as
really.
a gangster rap album? Are you kidding me?
Listen,
Man.
hold on, listen to the logic. Listen to the logic. First of all, this list is not numbered like that. You can't look at this list like this is like this one is over one. It's just kind of just wrote down
Yeah,
like
because
that.
my shit is totally different.
It ain't like that. This is not a thing. That's what we putting together. We putting together that list. So don't think about this as being.
Don't think of the numeric order.
Yeah,
you
it ain't the
said.
numeric
Okay,
order. It's just
okay.
shit like
We're
this.
throwing stuff out here.
Okay, I love
It's
it.
more of a discussion.
Because you got to remember, I got West Side Connection at 38. So come on.
I'm looking. I'm seeing how you going.
Yeah, it
because
ain't
you
anything.
going by like Cube got 10 albums. You gonna go. Cube got this spot. Cube got
multiple spots.
40.
Like
Cube
you got multiple spots.
Yeah, you got multiple spots. Q got Ice-T.
Okay.
Ice-T
Because
got
I'm
multiple
not
spots.
looking at mines like that.
Because the
I'm
thing
looking at
is-
mines like the transition of what gangster niggas listen to that they felt represented gangster music at the time. But I see where you going. I got it. Let's go.
It ain't no thing. So
Okay.
it's like we have a discussion now. You name your top. You drop your top 10.
Okay, let me go through you one more time. 40 to 30.
40 to 30, Rick Ross, Teflon Don.
Okay.
39, Master P, Ghetto D.
Okay.
38, West Side Connection, Bow Down. 37, The Game, the Red Album. 36, Ice-T, Power. 35, Scarface, Deeply Rooted. 34, Ghetto Boys, To Death Do Us Part. 33, Cypress Hill, Temples of Boom. 32, CMW, Music to Drive By. 31, Vince Staples, Summertime 06. And again, I want to just reiterate that for the audience. We are trying to have some kind of numerical value to the final list, but it's so motherfucking subjective, man. It's like,
These are all discussion points.
yeah, these are our discussion points. How do you say that? Because even when you come to the #1 album, it's gonna always be an afterthought. Like, well, I don't know, man. This shit was. When you start getting more towards that top 10, top 20, it start getting real hard.
Yeah.
Every time you go up higher, it's harder.
It's harder because you look at this right here. Like, let's say The Game, the Red Album winds up at like 34. You think about that album. That album was phenomenal.
It is.
When you think about Music to Drive By, it was phenomenal. Those were like flawless albums that you ain't no skip through on them, right? You know, when you think about Cypress Hill, Temples of Boom, these albums has made multi-million-dollar careers.
Absolutely.
You know, Cypress Hill still out there selling weed and doing tours
Yeah.
off this shit right here. And they're talking about getting high and going fa la 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 la.
Stoned Raiders. That's on this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They're
like
doing
that.
it. Throw Your Sets in the Airs on this album too. That
Yeah, it
jumped
is.
off the beef with Cube.
So, you know, going off of this, we think about, because really when it comes to great albums, ain't no time period, but I will tell you, and this is with no bias in my heart, because I listen to everybody, like, I'm aware of the significance of Chief Keef. You know, for the young people, a lot of those young cats out of Chicago can really rap. Like, I like the one kid a whole lot. He had a song, Malcolm, that was really dope. My guy, Welcome to O Block. What was that kid's name?
King Von?
Love King Von. Welcome to O Block was a phenomenal album.
There's
So
a
I
lot of
listen
great
to the
material.
kids. I listen to the kids. They have, I like Vince Staples. I like a lot of YG stuff. Though I like a lot of YG, I think YG is a complete artist. But when you talk about the top 50 gangster rap albums of all time, you also have to compete against elite lyricists like Scarface, elite level pen. MC Eiht, elite level pen. And I ain't saying that just because he's sitting here. Ice Cube, elite level pen.
Ice-T.
Ice-T, elite level pen. YG, that's mid. He cool, he not whack. He not whack at all. I like YG. But trying to compare him to the lyricists, you know, people of that nature, you know, Scarface.
I mean, everybody on this list is a Hall of Fame artist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a Hall of Fame group. It's like, this is not no knock to nobody else's. Maybe they haven't created that moment yet. You know, all these guys created that moment, and some of them happen to do it multiple times, which is very hard.
Right.
Even for great artists, I got artists like, I think Busta Rhymes is one of the greatest of all time, one of the greatest that ever done it. But I don't even, he has a couple of albums that come close. I don't know if he's made that definitive album yet. And that's a whole nother,
But let's get to Eiht, man. What you got, Eiht?
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.